Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we have the 2025 BMW M3 competition, and we are out at one of our favorite mountain roads. We get to test out the handling for this family sedan. We've had the M4 out here, we've had the M2 out here. Now it's time to go in the middle with the 4 doors.
Yeah, so this has carbon ceramic brakes, the bucket seats. This is about $110,000 spec, fully loaded, ZF 8-speed, S58 motor with some power increases with the xDrive all-wheel drive. I'm excited. Let's get into it.
Let's go. All right, so now that we're behind the wheel for the M3, what I love about this car, and just from the reviews that we do, you know, with dealer vehicles, we don't get to do this. I love the personality and the different characteristics that you can have this car set up for. I currently have it in M2, and we have that for all the Sport Plus settings. The only thing that's different is we have traction control on. So M2 will, I think, default to shutting it off.
Yeah, you can definitely customize in 2 flips of a switch how you want this to react. And this is fast.
We have the shifts in the quickest shifting setting as well. So we are going to get very crisp lightning shifts. Now let's just put it to M1 real quick. We are down into efficiency, comfort, and no exhaust.
And the slower shifting.
And it defaults to the slower shifting. So as I give it an acceleration, I mean, there's still character to it.
Well, it's nice because you can basically bump it up to level 3 and it shifts like a crazy dual clutch.
Yeah.
Or make it a little bit slower in those shifts. Dude, these seats are insane. The carbon fiber buckets, you are so glued in them.
This is one of my favorite factory bucket seats. Aside from the carbon in the middle, just because your legs are only at one spot.
It's a little interesting because it's a good thing because it keeps your legs straight.
Right.
But it definitely takes a little bit getting used to. God, for being a heavy sedan that you can fit the kids in the back, this is so fast.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is definitely a lot of fun.
I'm almost speechless.
Yeah, we just gotta let the car do the talking.
Wouldn't mind it having more sounds, but being like a refined European car, you know,
yeah.
This thing could use some mods.
That's my one thing. You can hear some of the pops in city driving. I've driven it for the last day, so not a whole lot of experience yet. But yeah, I do wish it was louder. We have the exhaust on, and it's not crazy loud.
But this car has so much aftermarket support. In fact, we actually have parts for the M3 on our website listed below.
Yeah.
Full exhaust and I believe intakes available for this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But as a passenger, man, this is like I'm strapped into a roller coaster. It is so fast. It's like my old GTR, but
yeah,
more refined, more upscale, a new like level of technology and generation.
What's nice about the M3 too is that you have 3 trim levels basically. You have the base where you can get a manual, you can get rear wheel drive, and then you can also get all-wheel drive like this. But the all-wheel drive also has the drift analyzer and all of that. So if you want to do some more sideways performance driving,
yeah,
you can set this up. I'm not sure how much you can set up the power delivery between the front wheels and rear wheels, aside from just like the drift mode. Like I don't know if right now we can split it.
Right.
But
seems to do a good job maintaining traction and just grip. Even for being so heavy, it's... Man.
You have so much. And coming from a manual, like, because I have a manual right now. I love driving manuals. I've talked to a lot of people about the M3 in general, and it seems that the manual BMW M3 just isn't selling as much as this.
Yeah.
And I think it's because people want this instant get up and go, just rolling through the gears.
Yeah.
It still provides you a lot of engagement and character to the car. So, I mean, there's some cars that you get into an automatic and it's going to be a boring car. There's nothing boring about this without 3 pedals.
You couldn't really utilize all of this power. And even in the base model M3/M4, it's pretty much M2 when you come down to it.
Yeah.
And yet it costs more. So, yeah, this gives you so much performance. Gosh, it is so fast.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. All right, on to me now. It's been a while since I've had this type of performance from my old GTR.
I know you're probably going to feel at home.
I mean, it is
very similar.
Something else to have 500 something horsepower with all-wheel drive and a light speed transmission. So I drove this here in comfort mode normal, and it was a pretty comfortable car. You can tell though, this chassis is so rigid, especially sitting in these seats.
Yeah.
I mean, it is significantly different than an M340. A lot of people might think that they're almost the same. I mean, this is a 6-figure car, and its power and performance are track level. This is such a good car overall.
This one has about 25 grand worth of options, so check out the full detailed review that I go over, you know, carbon ceramics, just everything that this car has performance-wise.
One of my favorite things is the steering feel. It is so perfect. You just give it a little bit of input, and the car is doing everything you want. I mean, it steers amazing, especially given this isn't the lightest car like the M3 used to be way back in the day. This got some weight to it. On top of that, the transmission does such a good job. It's the ZF 8-speed, which is by far the best torque converter automatic you can get. And in the quickest shift setting, it just gives you just banging through gears like dual clutches are gonna do.
It'll also do that for you in the normal automatic setting. So the car will liven up and shift differently itself.
Yeah.
Too, which is really neat.
The carbon ceramics do a great job, again, making this, you don't feel the weight in this thing at all. One thing I noticed, the paddles kind of seem like a reach.
Yeah.
You kind of have to reach a little bit in there for them, but I guess you just kind of get used to them.
I like the size of them though.
Yeah, they look good with the carbon and everything.
Yeah.
This is such a confidence-inspiring vehicle, and the fact that you can fit grown-ups in the back, use this as your daily, and it's funny, you've made videos on these calling it a family sedan, and you know, a lot of people may not understand that. They say, you know, why would this be your family sedan? I don't understand. That's the point of the M3. You can get a family sedan for when your life gets to that new level of having kids and stuff like that, but you don't have to get rid of the sports car.
Right.
That's the coolest thing ever.
You can fit little bucket seats in the back and then do stuff like this.
Man, it gets a little bit more lively in the high revs.
I know we've never been able to do this with an M3. So it's really neat to be able to experience this.
It is such a good performance car. I don't think there's anything to hate about it, aside from not having a fan speed button, easy access. That's my only complaint.
Yeah.
That's just BMW in general, but this is the ultimate sedan. I don't think there is a better sedan. This is expensive. I mean, they start, what, xDrive's like, what, 86 grand, something like that?
Yeah, it's the mid-80s for this.
I've spec'd them, not 90, something the way I would want it. This one, you know, I wouldn't get the carbon ceramics just because I don't need that much, but gosh, is this a powerhouse. There's not many more words to describe this. Just,
I know, I'm at a loss for words. The car just kind of does the talking. I mean, I'm not moving over here. It's good as a passenger. I haven't even had to hold on, but we do have grab handles on the side if I need them.
Yeah.
But like the seat is keeping me right in the middle.
The engine, so this is the S58, a twin turbocharged inline 6. The power delivery is so smooth and so good. There's no turbo lag or anything like that.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It is absolutely amazing to drive.
What do you think about power? Do you think this has too much power from the factory? It's like 523 now.
I don't think
and
so.
Maybe 479, I think.
I think it has too much power for this road. I mean, we can't redline every gear. You're going to hit 100 so quick. You know, that's about all you need on a road like this. I'm sure if you were on a racetrack, depending on what you want to drive it at, it's got plenty of power. So I feel like this car, you can even tone it down on roads that aren't as fast and still have such a blast, and then get on maybe tracks that are super high speed. This is a European car. You're going to be on the Autobahn going full speed sometimes. So, you know, that's why BMW makes a car like this. And I think this is a really good car in multiple markets around the world to where anybody's going to love it if you love cars.
I think it's an interesting platform too, in the fact that if I were to get this car, I like, you know, we like modding cars, we like doing parts, things like that. But with a car like this, if you're already spending 6 figures on it and then you want to mod it and add more power too, it's almost like just leave it alone. You know, which I would fight to not mess with it because I would want to just do everything I could, but...
Well, the cool thing is with this, you can do, even if you leave the downpipes, leave the emission system, you can do a nice exhaust intake, you know, springs and spacers maybe, and a tune makes these like 600-700 at the wheels, if you do downpipe, you can make this about 800 to the wheels.
I feel like I would want to do that, but where do you use that power if we already have too much now, you know?
Well, with all-wheel drive, you know, you could drag race this car and just go crazy. Man, I think that's about it. We're gonna now do a POV of this car on this road in the other direction, but the performance you get is next level. This is awesome. This is a car that I can absolutely see buying. I will probably end up buying one in maybe a couple years.
Yeah.
Not right now, but
just
man,
the characteristics that you get. I mean, we'll put it in comfort on the drive home and just drive it like a Camry, you know?
Yeah, this has a split personality. It still always is a rigid car. You can tell it's ready to go, but it can tone down enough. But then when you rip it through the mountains, and we actually didn't use as much gas as I expected.
Yeah,
only an eighth of a tank in 10 miles. 2025 BMW M3 competition. You get to film a lot more Beamers than I do. I idolize these cars. These are the best sedan money can buy. It's
that was a lot of fun,
but well worth it.
Oh yeah, you get a lot.
Yeah,
you get a lot. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Be sure to take a look at the full detailed review, so I go over all the specs so you can see it in greater detail. Give the video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you watch the POV 2 on our way back, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. We'll see you all in the next video.